Hello, my name is Deb, and I'll be taking us through about an hour of chair yoga today. We are going to start seated. We'll have some time standing, and then we'll come back to seated. Some of what we're going to do standing, you can also do seated, and I'll show you when we get to that point. Before we get started, a couple things. Check that you have a sturdy chair, preferably one without arms, and also that you have it on a non-slip surface. Now, I have mine on a yoga mat, but if you don't have that yoga mat, you can put it on a non-slip rug or even on carpet is fine as well. Now, if you are new to yoga or new to exercise, I'd ask you to please check with your doctor. Make sure that chair yoga is safe for you. It is safe for most people, but again, just to make sure that it's okay for you. This session, we're going to focus on balance, on flexibility, on strength. So we'll kind of do a variety of different things. And toward the end, we'll also have a breath practice, a breathing practice. So to begin here, what I'd like you to do is take your right hand, put it on your chest, left hand on your stomach. You can close your eyes or have a soft gaze. And as we begin, we start to just turn inward. And when we turn inward in yoga, it really helps us to know what's happening in our body and make changes as we need to. So as you inhale through the nose, feel your chest rise against your hand. And then as you exhale, feel your chest come back down. A couple more of those. Inhaling through the nose and exhale. One more. Now this time, as you inhale, feel your chest rise, but also feel your belly rise against your left hand. And then exhale back. Everything hugs back in. As you inhale, everything expands. And as you exhale, everything contracts. Now see if you can use this type of breathing throughout our whole yoga practice. It might be new to you, and that's okay. Just do your best. If you need to sneak mouth breaths, not everybody's sinuses and nose works the best, so just sneak mouth breaths if you need to. All right, so roll the shoulders up, back and down a couple times. And back up and forward. Now take the hands out to the side. We'll start with some 3 deep inhales and exhales. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, maybe even drop the chin to the chest. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, palms touch. Now bring your hands back to your center and think about your intention. What do you need from yoga today? Now maybe it might be that you're trying to get stronger or more flexible. Whatever it is that pops into your head is usually the right thing. All right, so now scoot about halfway up into your chair. Feet are flat on the floor. Take the hands out in front of you as if you're holding onto a beach ball. Now as you inhale, expand, maybe the back arches a little bit. And as you exhale, bring the hands back together. Inhale, expand, and exhale, come back together. 2 more this way. And 1 more. Now this time, bring the arms up overhead as you inhale. And exhale back down. Inhale up. And exhale back down. 2 more. And 1 more. Bring the hands back. Nice job. Let's do some circles with the upper body, large or small. Now, if circles are a challenge, you can always go forward to the side, back, and to the other side. You'll end up making a circle. It just might feel more natural to do that. And then reverse, go the other way. So we start our chair yoga by warming up the spine in a couple of different directions. Coming back up to a nice tall spine, interlace the fingers in front of you, palms out. Bring the arms up overhead or as close to overhead as what works for you. A side bend over to the right. Just feel how nice that opening is on your left side. Inhale back up, a side bend over to the left. This time notice the opening on the right side. We'll do one more each side. Inhale back up, exhale side bend. Inhale back up and exhale side bend. Inhale back up and exhale as you release the hands. Bring the shoulders up toward the ears as you inhale and release with a two more. And one more. So we have warmed the spine up and down, side to side, and now another way that our spines move is twisting. So a couple options here. You can take your right ankle and move it across the left, or you can take the right thigh and move it across the left. And we'll open up to a twist, open to the right side. Now if it's uncomfortable to have the arms out, you can always bring them down here. Inhale back up. Now we're going to change the cross, either of the ankles or the thighs. Open up to a twist to the left. Inhale back up. Change the cross. We'll do that one more time. Opening to the right. Inhale back up. And opening up to the left. Inhale back up, palms together, and uncross the legs and come back to the center. Bring the hands down to the thighs. Now we're going to warm up the neck a little bit here. Take the chin toward the chest and roll one ear toward the one side. Come back through the center, roll to the other side. You're making half circles here. And hopefully that feels nice. As we go through the whole practice, if there's any time where you feel any pain or strain, back off from that. We don't want any pain in yoga. You make much better progress when there's no pain. So coming back to the center, lift the head up, and then drop the head back, opening up the throat, the collarbones. Now, if it makes you dizzy to take the head back, just don't go as far or don't do this at all. Inhale, come back to the center. Now from here, look over to your right. Come back to the center, look over to your left. Come back to the center. Now we'll move into, take the right ear toward the right shoulder and make sure the left shoulder stays down. It doesn't hitch up. Sometimes it likes to help, but that's not helping. Inhale, come back up, and then left ear toward the left shoulder. And then come back up. Now we're going to move to the side of the chair and do some side bends. So move over to the right side of your chair. Your left hip is going to anchor here. Now you may want to bend the knee here if it's uncomfortable to have the leg long. Otherwise have the leg out to the side. Inhale the arms up and then move into a side bend. Now in yoga, where you look is called your drishti. You could look down. You can look out to the side, or you can look up at the top hand. Sometimes your neck and shoulders decide for you where you're going to have your gaze. But also, if you need to feel more steady, you'll look down. Or you want to feel more uplifted, you'll look up. So again, a lot of different options and for a lot of different reasons where you end up looking. Nice side bend here. Inhale the arms up, and then exhale. Take the left hand to the side of the chair. Bring the right hand across. Now you're reaching out through the fingers and reaching out through the edge of the foot. Again, you can choose the drishti, can be down, out to the side, or up at that top hand. Keep breathing here. Feel that nice stretch. You're making space in between your ribs, which also helps when you're trying to make those nice deep inhales and exhales. Good. Inhale, come on back up. palms together, back to your center. Now stay facing forward and just drop that outside knee down. You can have the toes curled under if you'd like. Inhale that right arm up, reach up, take it back into its socket, and then take it back behind as far as is comfortable. Inhale up, reach up, back into its socket, and back. We'll do 2 more. All right, so now we're going to move over to the other side and do all that on the other side. So, going over to the left side of the chair, anchor with your right hip, left leg comes out to the side, or again, that knee can be bent if it's uncomfortable to have it long. Inhale the arms up, and then move into the side bend. Choose where you look. You want to look down, out to the side, or up at that top hand. Keep breathing here, in and out through the nose. Inhale back up and take the right hand to the chair, reach the left across. Someone's pulling on your fingers, someone's pulling on your little toe. You're stretching in 2 directions. Feels amazing. Inhale back up, palms together, back to your center. So now drop that outside knee down, find a place that's comfortable here, and the left arm goes up. Reach up. Take the shoulder back into its socket and then back behind. Inhale up, reach up, back to a neutral, and back. 2 more. And 1 more. Good. Now we're going to come back to the center. So we have warmed up the spine. We have warmed up the neck. We've warmed up the sides. So the part we're missing, we haven't warmed up the abdominals. Everybody's favorite. All right, so what we'll first start with is pull your pelvic floor up and the belly button, draw it in toward the spine. You have a strong core here. Now, from here, we're going to pretend like we are riding a bike. I'm going to give you a couple different options. So you'll want to be toward the end of your chair, and you can go back and forth, tapping the toes, back and forth. As long as you're working the abdominals here, you've got a strong core, it protects your lower back. Now, you want a little more challenge. You could pretend that you're riding a bike. Now, when I'm riding a bike, I like to pretend, for today, we're going downhill. And we have a very nice, just a nice wind at our back. So we're very comfortable here. There's some beautiful mountain scenery over to your left. Sun is shining, so it's all good. Keep breathing. And again, you could just do this with the feet. You don't have to add the arms. I don't know, maybe you're on an e-bike too, so really make it nice. All right, so I think that's good for here. Bring the feet back down, wiggle walk the feet out, and take the forearms to the thighs here. Really feel like you're reaching out through the top of the head, reach out through the tailbone, and stretch that lower back. Keep breathing here. Good place to catch your breath. So keep breathing in and out through the nose. And maybe you want to nod the head side to side, help remind the neck and the shoulders to stay relaxed. And then nod the head up and down. All right, now slowly come up, bring the hands to the thighs and rotate one shoulder forward. Maybe even look over the opposite shoulder, back and forth. Now you're stretching along the back of each side here. All right, now from here, wiggle walk the feet back so that the knees are about hip distance apart, feet are right underneath you, and then bring the heels in a little bit closer. So now we are back at the center of the chair here. We're going to make a transition into standing, but first we are working on seated chair pose. So the knees are straight ahead, heels are back in closer to you. Lift the arms up. All right, so this is seated chair pose. Now, if you need to come to standing by pushing off the chair, please do that. Otherwise, use the abdominals we were just working on and come into standing chair pose. Keep breathing here. Knees are bent and knees are coming straight ahead. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, slight back bend. Inhale, back up and come into a chair flow. A tall chair, a medium chair, a small chair. Again, that's going to be depending on you. Your chair might look a little different. Inhale, come up. Exhale, slight back bend. Inhale, back up. A bar stool. A dining chair. A little kindergarten chair. See how that goes. Inhale, come up. Exhale, slight back bend. Inhale, back up. Palms together and back to your center. Take the feet a little bit wider and swish it side to side. So we're going to move into half standing, half sun salutations. These are a great warm-up for the whole body. Now, you may want to be beside the chair or even behind the chair. You decide if you want to have a little extra support. I'm going to stay here in front, but again, you choose what works best for you. So, starting with the feet. Warming up the feet 1 foot at a time. Left foot, roll from your heel to your outer edge to your inner edge. And then reverse from the inner edge to the outer edge to the heel. So one of the things that's so important as we grow older is to keep that good connection between the brain and the feet. So really see that you can feel the 3 different parts of the foot as you're reaching the inner edge, outer edge, and heel. So now let's go over to the right foot. Heel to the outer edge to the inner edge. And you may notice one side feels different than the other. It's possible. Just as we go through the practice, do notice those little differences. Now reverse, inner edge, outer edge, heel, back and forth. Now bring the feet down, lift the kneecaps, pull the pelvic floor up, belly button toward the spine, roll the shoulders up, back and down. Now you are in mountain pose, Tadasana in Sanskrit. Inhale the arms up, exhale, slight back bend. Inhale, back up, flip the hands, exhale as you dive into a forward fold. Now, if you have osteoporosis of the spine, don't make this candy cane shape. Just come down to a halfway point here like this. And everybody now inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up to tall mountain. Exhale, slight back bend. Inhale, back up. Adding on, interlace your fingers, pointer fingers tall, and your clock face. Going over to the right, taking the hands down and around, and then reverse. Go the other way. Release the hands out and back into prayer. We'll do 2 more. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, slight back bend. Inhale, back up. Flip the hands. Exhale as you dive forward. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, fold. Sweep the arms all the way up, tall mountain. Exhale, slight back bend. Inhale, back up. Interlace the fingers, pointer finger tall. Clock face over to the left. Down and around, coming back up, and reverse. Release the hands out and back into prayer. 1 more. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, flip and dive forward, fold. Inhale, half. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up to tall mountain. Exhale, slight back bend. Inhale, back up. Interlace the fingers, pointer finger tall, and clock face over to the right. Down and around. Inhale, come back up, and reverse. Release the hands out and back into prayer pose. Now that is something that's very portable. Take the feet out, switch it side to side. You can do half sun salutations anywhere. I have done a half sun salutations on a boat. And you're traveling, you can do them. It's a wonderful way to just get a whole body stretch. All right, so now we're going to do some work standing on one leg, standing on the other, doing some balance work. So let's go over to the right side of your chair. You can hold on here if you would like. Now, inside leg is the one closest to the chair. Outside leg is obviously the one outside of the chair. So your standing leg is your left leg right now. Point the right toes and bring it around and back. So working on some hip mobility here first. Nice and slow. It's easy to do this, just swish back and forth, but you really get more benefit by going nice and slow. And you can even go slower than I am if you choose. All right, now bring that foot down. Weight is on the outside right foot. Bring the left knee up. Toes are pointed back towards your shin. That activates the back of the leg. Bring the right hand across. Now you're twisting open toward the chair. You can hold on with a finger, or let that hand come back behind you. And as you balance, keep breathing. Now you can look forward, you can look to the side, or you can look back behind you. And keep breathing here. And then bring that hand forward, bring the foot back down, feet a little bit wider, and circles with the hips in one direction, and then reverse. So the next thing we're going to be working on is called standing pigeon. So the weight is on your inside left foot. The right foot comes across. Now you can have it as a kickstand. You can have the ankle up at the shin, or you can bring it above the knee. Now you can have one hand in prayer pose. You can have both hands in prayer pose. So a lot of different options here. Keep breathing. Any wiggle wobbling you're experiencing is good. That means your nervous system's turning on. Your brain and feet and ankle and calves are working together to figure out how to keep you upright. All good stuff. Keep breathing. All right, bring that foot back down, release the hands, and take the feet a little bit wider, and we'll do some circles with the hips in one direction. And then reverse. So really focus on moving the hips more than the shoulders. Sometimes if there's limited mobility in the hips, I see people, doing this aging rock star thing where they swish their hair and so we really want to work on moving the hips more than the shoulders. All right, so we're going to go behind the chair in moving eventually over to the other side. So take the feet out wide, toes are out, heels in, and bend into the knees here. Put a little weight in the booty there. Now you can stay right here. You're getting excellent work in the quadriceps here. You're going to feel it in your ankles and feet most likely. I'm going to move into a little bit of a flow if you want to join me here. So as we come up, we'll take the left arm up and over. So we're getting a side bend, and then come back into horse or goddess pose. Inhale, come up, and side bend over to the left. Couple more each side. Bending into the knees, come up, side bend. Let's do one more each side. Good, and coming back into our horse or goddess pose, and then moving into five-pointed star. Inhale, come all the way up, and bring the arms up. Now if you have to hold on, please do that. Otherwise we're finding our five-pointed star. I'm finding the ceiling here too, but five-pointed star. Good, hands together, bring that in, and wiggle walk the feet back together, and we'll go to the other side and do that balance work on the other side. So I'm going to turn the chair just slightly so you could see a little bit more of what my feet are doing here. So weight is on the inside right foot, the left, point the toe and bring it around, Keep breathing here. So just working on that hip mobility, moving the top of the femur in its socket, helping that socket to have some more synovial fluid, basically. Stimulating it, that's the word I'm looking for. Stimulate the socket to produce synovial fluid, which is kind of like the oil in your car, except it's in our joints. All right, so bring that foot back down. Weight is on the outside foot. Inside knee comes up, toes pointed back toward the shin. Bring the hand across, and then open up into that twist. You can hold on with a finger. You can let that finger come up, let that hand come back. Again, many options here. Keep breathing. Bring that hand forward, bring the foot back down, feet a little bit wider. Now this time, let's do some figure eights with the hips. So one hip comes forward, and the other hip comes forward. Releasing any tension from that standing on one leg, standing on the other, and then reverse. So in this section, we've got 2 more standing poses. Remember, we did the standing pigeon. So weight is on the inside foot. Outside foot comes across. You can have it as a kickstand. You can bring it to the shin. You can bring it above the knee. You can have one hand in prayer pose. You can have both hands in prayer pose. Keep breathing here. Now, for most people, you're going to want to look 3 to 6 feet in front of you on the floor. There's a few people, if you were trained as a ballerina or a gymnast, then you were trained to look at the horizon. But again, finding that place. Keep breathing. All right, release that foot, release the hands, and switch it side to side. So next, we're going to be moving into some warrior poses. Warrior 1, warrior 2, reverse warrior, extended side angle. So many different things that we'll be moving into next. So now we're going to be moving into working on warrior 1 and warrior 2, reverse warrior, and extended side angle. But if you don't want to do all this standing and you're ready to sit, I'll show you quick how to do that seated. So you're seated sideways with the outside knee dropped down. This is a warrior 1, and we'll be doing some work with taking the arms out and bringing them in. So you can do that here, stand or seated. The arms come back up. Warrior 2, you open the torso toward the front. Reverse warrior, flip the palm and head back like this. And then extended side angle, the forearm comes down to the thigh. Or if that's kind of a long way to go, you can just have the arm tucked under here and bring the other arm up and over. If at any time it's hard to have the arm up overhead, you can always rest your hand right here at the hip. All right, so that gives you a sense. If you want to stay seated, you can do that. Now, coming back to standing, again, you always have the chair here to help support you. The outside left foot comes forward. Pivot and plant your back foot. Turn the torso forward. Now, it may not come completely forward, but as much as is comfortable. Lift the arms up. You're in warrior 1. Bring the arms to goal post. Now pretend that you are pressing into a wall. And as you bring the hands together, you're pressing. And then as you go back out, you're pressing. It makes it a lot harder than you might think. Bring it together and out. 2 more here. And 1 more. Now bring the arms up overhead. The inside right arm goes back, left arm comes forward into warrior 2. You may have to adjust the feet a little bit. We're flowing here. Straighten the knee. Inhale, bring the palms together overhead. Exhale, bend the knee back to warrior 2. Inhale and exhale. 2 more. And 1 more. Now from here, flip the front palm, ease back into reverse warrior. The back hand can rest on the leg. Keep breathing here. Or you can reach around for the hip pocket if you've got a lot of space around through your shoulders. Keep breathing. Inhale, come back out to warrior two. Now bend the front elbow. You could, again, tuck that under here if it's a long way to find the thigh. Otherwise, bring that forearm to the thigh. The other arm comes up and open into extended side angle. You're a long line of energy from the outside edge of the foot all the way through the fingertips. Keep breathing here. Inhale, back up to warrior two. Bring the back hand to meet the front hand. Bring that in. Come on to the back toes. You can hold on if you'd like to, or step it forward. Awesome. March it out for a second. Just notice, does one side of your body feel different than the other? It very well may after we've done quite a bit of work using this left thigh quite a bit. So now let's go over to the other side of the chair. I'm going to move my chair back straight so that you can see a little bit better. And we'll start a little bit behind the chair. Step forward with your outside right foot. Pivot and plant your back foot. Turn the torso forward. Bend into your front knee. Inhale the arms up. Now you're in warrior one. Now again, if you wanted to do this seated, you would just face that direction this time. Arms out to goal post. This time, something a little different. Instead of having them come together, let's tilt them down and back up. Goal post and scarecrow. Some nice shoulder mobility here. Again, work with the range of motion that you have. It doesn't have to look like anybody else or anything specific. Next time the arms are up, bring both hands up back into warrior one, and then the left arm goes back, right arm comes forward into warrior two. Look out over your front hand, and doing that flow again. Straighten the knee, bring the palms together, and back. Now again, you can always hold on and just do it part way if you want. And one more. Flip the front palm back into reverse warrior. Again, you can hold on to the chair. It's right there for you. You can look down, you can look out in front, or you can look up at that top hand. And that back hand, if it's not holding on to the chair, it can reach down the back of the leg, or you can reach around for the hip pocket. Inhale back out to warrior two, bend the front elbow. Again, you can tuck it, or you can bring that forearm down to the thigh, rotate the other arm up and over. Now, for some people, that arm is going to be back here somewhere. So don't torque anything, don't do anything uncomfortable. If it comes forward, great. If it ends up back here, great. Don't worry. Keep breathing here. Good. Inhale, come on back up. Back hand meets the front hand. Bring that in. Come on to the back toes. You can hold on to the chair and step it forward, or step it forward. And just notice how both legs feel now. Hopefully a little bit more balance. Take a second, march it out. We're going to do one more thing before we go back to seated, and that is some calf raises. So you want to be either behind the chair or next to the chair. I'm going to stand next to the chair so you can see better what I'm doing. Lifting up on the toes and taking the heels down. Now, if you don't take the heels all the way down, that makes it more challenging. Another layer of challenge is not to hold on. So again, you decide what is that you need right here. So again, this kind of thing helps so much with balance, strengthening the arch of the foot, the heels, the ankles, the calves. All right, bring that back down. And maybe take a second and roll one ankle, one direction. Roll the ankle the other direction. And let's roll the other foot. And one more thing, we'll do some calf raises with one foot. So This time, your outside right foot will be your working leg. The other foot goes behind you and lifting up and back. Now again, you can hold on. If you want to do this as a balance, you can. Keep breathing. All right, so come bring that heel down. Now we're going to share the love here for the other foot. The right foot goes back behind you, lifting the left heel up and back. Keep breathing. All right, bring that back down. Oh, there's a lot of good work there. So we are going to come to seated next. Now we've worked pretty hard standing up, so we're going back to seated for a couple more poses. So find your way back to your chair if you're not there already. And you can either be halfway up in your chair or all the way back. We are moving into eagle pose, and I'm going to give you a lot of different options here. So you can take your right ankle across your left or your right thigh across your left. It is an option to tuck the toes, but for a lot of people that's not a possibility, so don't torque yourself trying to do that. It's fine just to have ankles or knees crossed. And then take the arms out to goal post. Now, the left comes across the right. You can hold on to your shoulders. That's one option. You could hook the thumbs, or some people, the palms can come together. All are great options for eagle pose. Nice tall spine. Inhale the elbows up if that works for you, and exhale back down. You're getting some good work along the back of the shoulders. 2 more. And 1 more. Now from here, this might be plenty of sensation. You're a great pretzel right here. If you need more, hinge from the hips and you can start to come forward into a more reclined eagle pose here. Keep breathing in and out through the nose. Because we're kind of collapsed inward, this is a good place to really practice breathing that deeply in and out through the nose. We'll stay here for a couple of breaths. Again, you can probably feel the great stretch, the shoulder blades, even more in the mid-back here. Also a good stretch for the shoulders. And now slowly come back up. Unwind your arms, unwind the legs, and come to the edge of the chair. Take the legs out long and bend one knee and ankle, bend the other. Now maybe you can get the shoulders involved as well. Stretch those out too. All right, now either sit halfway back or all the way back. And this time your left ankle comes across the right or the left thigh comes across the right thigh. Again, the options to tuck the toes, but for most people that is not going to be a great idea, so just find what works for you. Take the arms out to goal post. This time right comes over left. You can hold on to your shoulders. Do all this like this. You can hook the thumbs or you can bring the palms together. Any of those are good options, or not doing any of the ones with the arms is fine. Inhale, lift the elbows up, and exhale. All right, so now you've got your nice tall spine. You may want to stay right here. This might be plenty of sensation. If you need more, hinge from the hips. You can start to come forward and breathe. And while you're here, you can always nod the head up and down, reminding yourself to relax the neck and shoulders. You can nod the head side to side. Or you can just stay in stillness and breathe. A good place to feel the breath expanding and contracting along the back. We usually think of the breath moving in and out through the front, but here, see if you can notice on your inhale the expansion across the shoulder blades, and then on your exhale it all comes back in together. All right, slowly come back up, release the hands, release the legs, and come back to the edge of the chair. Take the legs out long, bend one knee and ankle, bend the other, back and forth. Now we're going to move into a spinal twist. That'll be our last pose before we do a breath practice, and then Shavasana, which is the rest time at the end of the class. So let's turn toward the right side of the chair. Now you may have both knees coming forward right here, or you might be comfortable to take the outside knee and drop it down. The toes can be curled under, or the foot can be flat. Inhale the arms up, get that length in the torso, and then as you exhale, reach for the back of the chair. Now you might grab both hands here, and you're in your twist. One hand might come on the center, or you might find that you have enough space for one hand on either side. And as we twist, really pay attention to what your body is feeling at the moment. If it starts to be uncomfortable, pinchy, any pain, numbness, tingling, then come out of it, or at least come back to a place where it's not as intense. Keep breathing here. And now slowly come back through the center. Now we never want to move from one twist to another immediately. We want to do something in between. So take the knees a little bit wider, hands on the thighs. You can duck the head, bring the head up, and then round the spine back and forth. Now if you have osteoporosis of the spine, you don't want to do any of that rounding part. All you'll want to do is come down straight and come back up straight. That's also good. So either one is a good option. So to go now to the other side, I'm just going to turn my chair a little bit so that you can have a better sense of what I'm doing here. Now, if you had both knees coming forward, do the same. Otherwise, you can drop the outside knee down. Inhale, lift the arms up. And then exhale, grab on. Maybe one hand is on top of each other on the side, maybe one hand in the middle, or maybe one hand on either side. So twists are really nice because they tend to stimulate the liver and kidneys. You might be able to feel there's a little tug across the lower back here. And so that just helps bring fresh blood, fluids into the kidneys and liver. And the same with the internal organs. Same thing with the stomach, with the intestines. Twists are really good for just kind of bringing some energy into that area. All right, slowly come back, and I'm going to make my chair straight again. And once again, just a nice thing here in between ducking the head, coming back up, rounding the spine. Or osteoporosis of the spine, you'll come down straight and come back up straight. So, last thing before our rest time at the end, I'd like to take you through a breathing practice called square breathing. You may be tempted to say, hey, I'm done moving, but please stay with me through this breathing practice. They are so helpful. This particular breathing practice will help you strengthen the lungs, and also it's just known to be kind of a calming effect on people, for people. And I usually teach a breathing practice almost every class, and I find that people, all the variety of breathing practices, people end up using them for all kinds of things. If you're going to the dentist, or you're having a doctor's appointment or medical test, all these breathing practices are so helpful. So find your way back to the back of the chair here, and you can rest palms up or palms down. You can close the eyes or have a soft gaze. And so this breathing practice is called square breathing. And what we'll do is inhale through the nose to a count of 4. We'll hold for 4, exhale through the nose for a count of 4, and hold for 4. Now, if you get into this and you start to feel short of breath, you can always do a box of 3. If you get into this and you're like, this is quite easy, you can always try to bump it up to a box of 5 or 6. Kind of decide what works best for you. All right, so as we go through this practice, inhale through the nose, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, exhale through the nose, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. That was one round. Moving into the second round, inhale through the nose, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, exhale through the nose, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Third round, inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, exhale through the nose, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll go through a couple more rounds. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale through the nose, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale through the nose, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll do one more round. Inhale through the nose, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale through the nose, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Very nice. Take a second and just notice how you feel after 6 rounds of square breathing. And now we're going to move into Shavasana, our rest time. So now we're coming to the end of the practice. This is called Shavasana, and it's considered the most important part of your yoga practice. Now, for some people, they think if they're not moving, they're not doing yoga. But I promise you that the breathing practice and this rest time at the end are really, really important. So please stay with me here for about 5 minutes or so yet for this relaxation time. So Shavasana has a couple different parts. First of all, you can close your eyes or have a soft gaze. You can rest palms up or palms down. So now the first thing that Shavasana asks of us is to allow your body to grow completely quiet. You might feel like you're just melting into the chair. All the work is finished. Next thing is to allow your breathing to do whatever it wants to do. This practice, we've been saying inhale here, exhale here. Just let it do what it wants to do. And then the third part is probably the hardest for most people, is to let your mind grow quiet and calm and peaceful. For some people, as soon as you try to do that, it's like popcorn, like thoughts, like bing, bing, bing. And if that happens, just every time notice the thought and come back to being calm and quiet and peaceful. And the more you do that over time, the better that, the more you can do that. It becomes easier. So as we close our eyes or have a soft gaze, we rest, body, mind, and spirit. And I'll leave you in quiet, and I'll let you know when it's time to come back. So as we start to come back to this space, just notice how your body feels after this hour-long chair yoga practice. Start to bring some life to your fingers and your toes. Roll the wrists and ankles. And then bring the feet back down. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down a couple times. And back up and forward. And then bring the hands out to the side. Inhale the arms up. Inhale calm. Exhale peace. Inhale gratitude. Exhale joy. Inhale light and love, palms touch, and bring all that back to your center to use throughout the day today. The light in me honors the light in each of you. Thank you for sharing your practice, and I hope to see you again soon.